Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Is Sky News finished? Well, I certainly hope so. I certainly hope it is, because it's complete trash. When it first started, Sky News, it used to be, you used to rely on it for news, but now you can't. They've gone left. They've become all left. They've become a bunch of lefties. They are not as good as they used to be. Like I said, I hope it is the end for Sky News, because if rumours are true, then they're going to have to lay off staff. And I think is it next year? I think it's next year. And I hope they do. And I certainly hope that eventually they get rid of that Burley, Kay Burley and Beth Rigby. I cannot stand those two. They are absolutely vile. I mean, how did Kay Burley and Beth Rigby keep their jobs when they broke lockdown rules? When Kay Burley had a party and Beth Rigby was invited and there was two others as well. Why did those two keep their jobs? What did they say to their bosses at Sky News to keep their jobs? I mean, that Burley, oh, she's horrible. I don't know how she became a journalist. How on earth she did become a journalist, I never know. And that goes for Rigby. And like I said, I hope that eventually Sky News goes off the air. It'll be the best thing can happen if that was to happen. Sky News was to go off the air. I mean, Burley has done nothing but insult people. I mean, she was the one, she was part of the Get Boris Johnson Out of Downing Street mob. She was part of the mob who got Boris to resign. She was part of it, and also Beth Rigby. They were both members. They both were behind the getting rid of Boris Johnson. That was part of it. And I hope that if they do, after Sky News do make cuts, I hope they start with getting rid of Burley and Rigby. Getting rid of those two. Because all those two did was, when we voted to leave the EU, all they did was insult the people who voted to leave the EU. They called them racists. Those two, well, especially Burley, she couldn't stand the thought of us, the people, voting to leave the EU. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, how she voted? I know how she voted. She voted to remain. She's a Remainer, the same as Beth Rigby. They both Remainers. And also, you've got to blame those two for putting Starmer in Downing Street and voting for Labour, because you can bet your life that they both voted to put Starmer in Downing Street. And let's hope that those two get the sack, especially Burley. Let's hope she gets the boot, because she deserves it. She's vile. She used to interview Tory ministers, she used to rip them apart. She never used to let them get a word in. But now, when she interviews Labour ministers, she gives them an easy time, the same as Rigby. They both do. But the last few weeks she's been asking the hard questions to Labour ministers about these freebies and what have you. It's about time, but that doesn't excuse the fact that she is an horrible woman. I don't know how she became a journalist. I really don't. I really do not know how she became a journalist. Let's hope that soon her and Rigby are both ex-journalists, and hopefully both of them will be heading to the job centre. Well, anyway, that's the end of this video. Mr. Politics here signing off. And remember, don't believe the lies.